Stop saying.
Mr. Cartwright, I quit.
For the third time this week. Now what's wrong?
Everything wrong. Dishes break, pan fall, fire go out, water leak. Hobson cook all kind of good food. Nobody eat. Mr. Hoss go yap, 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 little Joe. Little Joe go yap, 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 Mr. Hoss. And then nobody say nothing. You sit there like saw-tooth bear. You go,
You're right, of course. I agree. But you know how hard we've been working. Maybe too hard, and we're tired and stale. Guess we all got cabin fever. Tell you what, though. You go back and clean up whatever disaster there is, and we'll try to make life a little more livable for you.
Don't want life more livable. Want everybody eat.
Now, Hobson, you go back there, work up a real good meal, and I'll go out and work up a real good appetite, huh?
No more little Joe, Mr. Hoss go yap, yap, yap. You know, go
No more.
So it was an accident.
An accident?
That's right, an accident.
Oh, brother, in my way of thinking, there ain't no such word as accident. That's just an excuse for carelessness. And I wasn't even careless. That was stupid.
Well, what are you yelling about? You're still alive, aren't you?
But barely.
Wait a minute. I just got through promising Hobson that things were going to be a little pleasant around here from now on, and here you two are bickering at each other again. What started this time?
I made a mistake and he starts throwing me out of it.
All right. Forget it. What's the matter with you two? You've been working too hard.
No, Paul, it ain't that. We ain't been working too hard. It's just that this one here was born ornery.
Oh, is that right, big brother? Well, let me tell you something.
Hold it. Just hold it. Now, do me a favor. Take the day off. Go to town. Forget about everything here. Relax. Go away.
Right, I'm not going to say no to that.
Cold beer and a few friendly faces would be a nice change. I'll take the south.
Fine. The north road's fine for me.
Good. Just not having you two fellas around here for the day will be a pleasant vacation for me, too. Why couldn't I have had two daughters?
Well, you might say that, yeah. I'll see you, Vincent.
Hey, Hoss, you ain't been in town lately. Maybe you don't know, me and Titus Simpson's running for mayor.
Yeah, Sheriff Coffey's out. He told us about it.
Well, now, I sort of promised Judge Clampton that I'd ask folks for votes, you know, just to make it look good. Now, if you want to vote for Titus Simpson, that don't hurt my feelings at all. Matter of fact, he make a better mayor than me.
Yeah, well, I ain't decided how I'm gonna vote yet, finished.
Yeah, well, now, it don't matter how you vote, so long as you vote. Hey, that ain't bad. I'm gonna remember that. Well, so long, Hoss. Oh.
Howdy, Hoss. Howdy, boy.
Howdy, Hoss. About time you spent some money in here.
Yeah.
Little Joe, how are you?
How are you?
It's a long bar. I'm standing at this end.
Fine, I won't argue. Pa always taught me to have respect for my elders.
What'll it be, boys?
Beer.
There'll be free beer Friday after the election on the house.
There won't be much of an election, Bruno. Leastwise, not now. Phineas Burke lost any chance of winning it just a minute ago outside.
Are you suggesting, little brother, that Phineas Burke lost votes because he talked to me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, when word gets out that he's been glad handing you for your vote, everybody's gonna know he's a desperate man. Nobody wants a desperate man for mayor, so naturally they'll all vote for Titus Simpson.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. When you get the honorees, you get them in all directions, don't you? Phineas Burke ain't desperate, and you know it.
Oh, but he's gonna be desperate come Friday when he finds out that Simpson's getting all the votes.
Oh, I reckon you're gonna vote for Simpson's.
Yes, that's right. I like to be on a winning team.
And that's exactly why I'm voting for Phineas Burke.
Oh, that's good. That's 2 votes he'll get, yours and his.
He'll get a darn sight more than that. I'll bet you he wins that election by a landslide.
You got a bet. Name it. Name it.
Silly.
Name it. Yeah, see? All talk.
All talk, huh? All right, you'll be the one that shuts up when I tell you the bet I got in mind. Well, how about a trip to San Francisco and loser pay all?
Yeah, well, that's kind of a stiff bet, isn't it?
Now who's weasel out?
All right, nobody's weaseling out. I'm not weaseling out. You got to bet.
And I'm going to win it.
I wouldn't be so sure of that. I
Maybe
guarantee
you don't
you're
know
not
it.
going to win.
Maybe you don't know it, boys. But neither Simpson nor Burke care much one way or the other which one becomes mayor. They've been good friends for too many years to want to make a fight out of
Thank you, Bruno. Don't spend all your money here. You're gonna need to pay my expenses when I go to San Francisco.
Well, Joseph, hey, it's been quite a while. Something I can do for you?
No, Mr. Simpson. Just wanted to stop by, say hello, see how you're doing.
Well, that's mighty nice of you.
Hey, I hear you and Phineas Burke are running for mayor.
Oh, we got our names on the ballot, but we just did it as a favor to Judge Clampton.
Hey, well, wouldn't be so bad being the mayor, though, would it?
Oh, I don't right care, Joseph.
You don't care? Well, you're not saying it's not an honor to be the mayor of Virginia City.
Oh, I suppose it is, but... Well, I'd be just as happy if my friend Phineas were elected.
Say, that's not the way we learned it in school. No, we were taught that a candidate went out among the people, let them know what he stood for.
Well, there's no need. Phineas and I agree on everything.
You could hand out a few drinks.
Drinks cost money.
Kiss a few babies, that doesn't cost anything.
Huh? Not me.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm disappointed. I really am, because it's not fair. It's not fair to the people of Virginia City not to let them know where you stand.
Oh, come on now, Joseph. Well, there's nobody that much interested.
Oh, I am interested, Mr. Simpson. I'm interested. Because to tell you the truth, I think you're the only man for the job.
Why, Joseph, that's a mighty fine thing for you to say.
It's the way I feel.
You know, I always said that young folks should take an interest in their government. If you want to hand out free drinks and kiss some babies, you go right ahead.
Mr. Simpson, are you saying it would be all right with you if I just sort of went around and tried to get a few people to vote for you?
I'd be ungrateful if I said no. I mean, if that's the way you want to spend your time.
I either spend my time or I spend my money.
What's that?
I was just saying, it's the duty of every interested citizen to pick the candidate of his choice and then see that he's elected. Now, that's the American way.
Why, Joseph, that makes me feel right warm inside.
I know how you feel. I better get to work.
Well, now, don't you forget that this was your idea, not mine. Like I said, I'd just as soon see my friend Phineas elected.
You just get used to being called Mayor Simpson. The Honorable Mayor Titus Simpson.
The Honorable Mayor Titus Simpson.
If we good citizens have a moment, I'd like to say a few words on behalf of the next mayor of Virginia City. Have a drink.
Thank you, little Joe.
Thanks, Joe.
You come to think on it, there is an election Friday.
Yeah, Burke and Simpson. Ain't nothing to get all head up about. Either one would make a good mayor, you know, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other.
Even Steven.
Gentlemen, please. Please, do you realize you're talking about the highest office we voters can give a man in this city? A man who is going to guide our destiny for the next 4 years?
Appears like you're pretty fired up about this, little Joe. Which man you figure ought to be mayor?
The only man a thinking man would vote for. A vote for Titus Simpson is a vote for honest government.
Are you saying that Phineas Burke ain't honest, Joe?
Oh, no, I'm not saying it.
You know, I did feel that Burke overcharged me when he fixed my rifle last month.
Hoss, you just gotta give that brother of yours the A1 medal for crust. He suckered you into making a bet that he sure intends to go his way.
Does Titus Simpson know you're out beating the drum for him, Joe?
Oh, you bet he does. I just got through talking to him.
So that's where he's been.
Titus Simpson's a peck smarter than I give him credit for, holding off until just 4 days before the election.
Any man that's that conniving just gotta be a good politician.
Mm-hmm.
And then getting himself a campaign manager.
Campaign manager. Yeah, I guess you could put it that way. How about another drink?
Thank you, little Joe.
Campaign manager. Let's get this ring. Citizens.
It ain't fair, Bruno. It just ain't fair.
I don't see why not, Hoss. He sure ain't sneaking around behind your back. Same token, nothing to keep you from handing out a few drinks.
Yeah, you're doggone right.
Just so happens, Hoss, I have some real fine whiskey right here.
Yeah, well, hang on to it for me, Bruno. This is gonna take more than whiskey.
Baker?
Come now, Hoss. There ain't a finer man in this world than my friend and partner, Titus Simpson. I don't know where you got the idea, but he just would not do that kind of a low and sneaky trick.
He would, he has, and he has. Look here, Phineas, he's done got little Joe for a campaign manager, and he's over giving out free booze and a lot of loose talk about how much more honest Titus is than you are.
Well, I appreciate your interest, but I just know you're mistaken. Titus and me are just like brothers. I'd say we're almost as close as you and Joe.
Ha! Don't you go counting on how close me and little...
I don't understand.
You got a lot of understanding to pick up on, Phineas. Take a look at that.
Friends, let me just take a moment. I don't want you to think that Titus Simpson is trying to buy your votes. This is merely his humble way of expressing his modest thanks to each and every one of you. But let me ask, has any one of you gotten a free drink from Phineas Burke? Titus Simpson stands for progress. And Titus Simpson is a man of integrity.
I don't believe it. That's your brother.
Now you're beginning to understand.
Drink up, fellas. What a man you've got going for you. Come on, drink up. Yes, good citizens, as Titus Simpson's campaign manager, I can tell you without fear of contradiction that
He didn't want to be mayor. He didn't want the glory. My friend. My partner.
Whether you agree with Little Joe or not, you gotta admit us citizens should be paying more attention as to who's going to be the next mayor. And free drinks or not, I'm voting for Phineas Burke.
Burke? Didn't you hear me telling how he robbed me blind when he fixed my rifle? Well, only a second-grade boob would vote for a slicker like that.
You calling me a boob?
If the shoe fits.
Phineas, you gotta face facts. Now, unless you do something and do it quick, Titus is gonna win this election. You gotta do like he done. Get yourself a crackerjack campaign manager.
Well, I've been flummoxed, sure enough, but I ain't gonna let no grass grow under my feet. And I know the only man I want for my campaign manager. The only man that can match that smooth-talking brother of yours.
Well, you better look him up quick.
Well, I don't have to look him up, Hoss. The man I want is you.
Ah, Phineas. Just in time. Fresh coffee.
Yeah? Well, which cup got the arsenic in it?
What?
Oh, don't play the innocent lamb with me, you backstabbing coyote.
What?
Oh, quit saying what? You gonna deny you sent Joe Cartwright out to get votes for you?
Well, sure, he was here, but...
Oh, you gonna deny you knew he was gonna pass out free drinks, make speeches, call me dishonest?
Well, I knew about the drinks, but...
Oh, quit saying but. Although now I got you dead to rights, maybe that's all you can say, you two-faced skunk.
Now, see here.
Oh, now that's been my trouble, not seeing what a dirty, oily-tongued snake you really are.
Now, see here.
Oh, now quit saying now see here. As a matter of fact, quit saying anything.
Now, you hold on just 1 minute.
Don't you start that again. From now on, you and me are through, you understand? Finished. Where do you keep your chalk?
Here.
Here. Now, you stay on your side. Get over here. You stay on your side, and I'll stay on my side. And don't you worry about me being here too long, neither, because after Friday, I'm going to be moving into the mayor's office.
So that's it, huh? You heard Joe Cartwright asking people to vote for me, and it bothered you. That means you really wanted to be mayor yourself.
Oh, listen at who's talking now.
Now, see, just...
Don't you step over that line.
I'll step over any line I please.
Well, this is gonna be the sorriest election we ever had, Clem. It's all my fault, too, getting Titus and Phineas to run against each other. I should have known they wouldn't make an issue out of it, being friends like they are.
They're real pals, that's for sure. But it's the end.
Damon and Pythias.
You try crossing that line again, you'll be sorry.
You try throwing another chair at me, and I'll throw you through the window.
You did say Damon and Pythias.
Sounds more like Cain and Abel.
Ha! If you were mayor, I'd leave town.
Doesn't it?
Well, it sure is nice to have some peace and quiet around here for a change. What are you doing, writing your memoirs?
No, sir. Writing a speech for Phineas Burke. He's running for mayor, yo. Paul, how do you spell graft?
I think of a better word. Hey, Joe. Joseph.
Yes, sir.
Don't tell me you're writing a speech, too.
Yeah, I'm not writing it for that thief Burke. Mine is for the next mayor of Virginia City, Titus Simpson. Honest Titus Simpson.
I suppose, having opposing political views in one family is all right.
Yeah, that's the American way, Paul.
Well, Phineas and Titus, of course, are both very fine men, and I think it's commendable that you two are helping them with their speeches, but we've got to get your work done in a hurry. We've got to get an early start. I'll sing right into town for you. You got a real hard day's work.
Yeah, Paul, I don't think I'm going to be able to do any chores, Paul, until after the election on Saturday. You see, I got myself volunteered as campaign manager for Phineas Burke.
Yeah, and I'm doing the same thing for Titus Simpson.
Campaign managers?
Joe, maybe we ought to resign. And it ain't fair. It's a dirty trick to pull on Paul.
What do you mean resign? Look, we'll just work extra hard next week and we'll give Pa a day off. Look, unless you're trying to weasel out again.
Not on your life.
Coffee, Mr. Hoss? Coffee, little Joe? 真係嘥氣啊，同你哋講。哎呀，再翻去瞓啦你。
Simpson? What do you think of it?
I gotta admit, Joe, I never expected nothing like this.
Well, the way I figured, nothing's too good for the next mayor.
Mayor Simpson. Mayor Titus Simpson. Does sort of have a ring to it, don't it? Huh? Hey, Tim, how about a little more red bunting on the railing, huh?
You bet, Mr. Simpson.
If I'm gonna be mayor, I reckon I better start acting like one. We'll show that Phineas Burke how real politicians work, right, Joseph?
Well, that's the attitude.
Say, Joseph, there's something I want to discuss with you. Do you think... He's one of ours?
One of Burke's men.
He started it, Deputy. We saw the whole thing.
Yeah, I know.
It's my guess he's one of Burke's hired hands.
On your feet.
We gotta teach that Burke that he can't pull any underhanded tricks on us.
Well, Mr. Simpson, you really didn't see anything. Don't you think you're going a little bit too far?
Now, looky here, Joseph. It was you who started the ball rolling. It was you who forced Burke to show his hand. Forced him to show me what a perfidious turncoat he really is.
Well, Mr. Simpson, I really think you're going a little too far.
I'm just taking your advice. Is that the kind of a man you want for a mayor? It's time for a change. Drive the rascals out, I say. A new broom sweeps clean. May I remind you, Joseph, that those are your words? The speech you wrote for me? The speech that's going to make me the next mayor of Virginia City?
Yeah, well, I wanted to talk to you about that speech. Maybe we ought to tone it down a trifle. I mean, the way you say it, it doesn't sound the same. That's not the image that I...
Image? By gad, Joseph, you've done it again.
Huh?
I've got to be an image to the voters. Well, not the real me, but the man they think they want. I got to get over to the tailor's and get me some new duds. Mayor Simpson. I'll see you later, Joseph. I got to practice if I'm going to make that speech at 2 o'clock.
Yeah, look, Mr. Simpson,
Mayor Simpson.
Howdy, Phineas. Your speech is all set for 2 o'clock. Now, I've been out on the street talking it up with all the folks, and you ought to have a good crowd there.
Oh, I don't know, Hoss. Not too much on this speech making.
Phineas, you'll be great. I mean, after all, I spent a lot of time writing that speech. Now, you ain't gonna let me down, are you?
Oh, I'll do my best. I gotta admit, you sure wrote a fine speech for me. Yeah, and you really got away with words. When in the course of human events. Well, that's plumb beautiful.
Yeah, it just sort of come to me. Look, Phineas, you gotta practice because you gotta be good. It ain't so important what you say. It's how you say it. You see, if you do it good, you'll have all them voters yelling and stomping, and they'll be yelling, Phineas Burke, the next mayor of Virginia City.
You really think so?
Doggone right. You better, too, unless you want old Titus elected.
Never.
Now, you practice that speech you hear, and I'll see you at 2 o'clock.
Well, I'll be ready. When in the course of human events... When in the course of human events... When in the course of human events...
Ma'am? Oh, Ben. Well, I see you're pretty busy.
Yeah, I'm pretty busy.
Wonder if I can talk you into coming to town.
Huh?
Well, Joe and Hoss are in there. You just wouldn't believe the ruckus they've stirred up. 3 days ago, it was peaceful as ducks on a mill pond. Now it's more like a sack full of bobcats.
They're not doing anything illegal, are they?
I don't know, nothing illegal, but they're sure prodding folks into making a mess of things. 26 fights, 4 busted store windows. I got 14 of the town citizens locked up in jailhouse, Ben.
Well, Clem, you're not criticizing people for expressing their political views, are you? Because it's my opinion, no, that people should take an interest in the government.
That's a mild way of putting it, Ben.
Well, maybe the boys are expressing a youthful exuberance in their campaigning, but, well, as you said, they're not doing anything illegal.
Nothing but making enemies out of old, long-time friends. Nothing but egging folks on to tearing half the town apart.
Well, Clem, you must be exaggerating. You see, healthy dissension...
No, I'm not.
...in an election is what keeps our country strong. It's the American way.
Citizens, I know you didn't come to hear me speak. You came to weigh the words of a man who cherishes the future of this fair city. A man who holds dear the very principles on which this nation was founded. A man who needs no introduction. Citizens, the next mayor of Virginia City. Over here, this is the man you came to hear speak. The next mayor of Virginia City.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The next mayor of Virginia City, Phineas Burke.
Hey, now, citizens, just a minute. Now, is this any way to run a democracy? After all, one of the great principles of this country is free speech. And I'm quite sure you're not going to allow this rude interruption to keep you from hearing the words of my candidate. Thank you.
Good citizens of Virginia City. Yes. I stand before you fearless and undaunted, ready to assume the duties of... Yes. I stand before you, I forgot the speech you wrote.
Ladies and gentlemen, they can't say we didn't give them a chance. You came here to listen to a speech. And by grannies, you're going to hear one. I give you the golden-throated Phineas Burke.
I'm sorry, Joseph, but at least I didn't do as bad as he did.
No, you're right. I think we ought to strike while the iron's hot. Citizens, your attention for just a moment. I just wanted to tell you why Titus Simpson was unable to speak to you a moment ago. Because he was choked up. He was choked up, and why? I'll tell you why. Because he could see the trust and the respect in the eyes of the people that he holds so dear. Now, doesn't that prove to you that he is the only man to be at the helm of the highest office of Virginia City? The only man who can guide us through the stormy seas ahead. A man of progress, a man of destiny, the unimpeachable Titus Simpson.
Ladies and gentlemen, now you heard all of that hogwash. Listen to mine a while. The only reason Mr. Burke here, the only reason he didn't say nothing was if he was just choked up more than Mr. Simpson was. Don't that prove that he's even more, what was that word?
Unimpeachable.
Unimpeachable, yes, unimpeachable. I don't know much about a hand at the helm on a stormy sea or none of that stuff, because seeing as how we're better than 100 miles probably from the ocean. Phineas Burke here'd make a doggone good mayor, I can tell you that.
He's getting to them, Joseph.
Maybe you know which side you should have been on.
That's dirty politics, and you know it. Only a man like Simpson would pull a trick like that. You'd be a boob if you voted for him.
You calling me a boob?
If the shoe fits.
Citizens of Virginia City.
And as I gaze out over the the stormy sea of life, and I see calm and prosperity.
Fearless and undaunted, I stand before you, while over there stands a man that no one should trust.
But,
not even his best friend and business partner.
If you're gonna elect a man like that would sink his own business partner, then everybody's gonna go down like a rock.
Listen to me. I have to talk to you about the David. Just a minute. I want to tell you my attitude about this thing. Now listen to me. This is very important.
Citizens of Virginia City.
Sure you understand.
I do understand. I'll take care of it later. I'll take care of everything.
Hold it, Joe. I'm on your side.
All right, this one's yours.
Whoa, thanks, Joe. That's the American way.
Pete Carter, huh?
Right, Judge.
Now, you step into the saloon, you'll find a voting booth inside.
Thank you, Judge. No trouble so far, Judge?
No. Oh, there has been a big turnout. This is the biggest election I ever seen.
See that?
Next.
It's a good thing I was here to watch, or you'd have probably tried to stuff the ballot box for Simpson.
Is that so?
Yeah.
Burke's the one who needs that. Why, you're probably the only boob in town who voted for him.
You calling me a boob?
I said it before, and I'll say it again. If the shoot...
That'll be just about enough. I have had it. Now, you go that way, you go that way, and try to stay away from each other.
Oh, this has been a beautiful election. Beautiful. Well, it looks like every eligible voter in town's filled in his ballot.
I'm sure you're right. We can't officially close the polls for another 2 hours.
Well, even so, there's no law that says we can't count the ballots now.
Well, that'd be okay by me, Judge, but I expect we'd better get us a couple witnesses. Don't want nobody accusing us of any shenanigans.
Shenanigans? Shenanigans? What makes you think there'd be any shenanigans about this election? I'll tell you what. You go get 2 witnesses. Get Joe and Hoss Cartwright.
Yeah.
Shenanigans.
Burke, Burke, Burke. Simpson, Burke, Simpson, 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 Simpson. That's all. I'll total them up, Clem.
Come on, Clem. Burke win?
Who won?
Well, come on. Is Simpson winning?
Well,
Not yet.
Well, come on, let's go. Did Simpson win?
There's no doubt about it. 302 votes for Phineas Burke, 302 votes for Titus Simpson. It's a tie.
Oh, wait, maybe you made a mistake. What do you mean it's a tie?
Look for yourself. 100, 200, 300, 100, 200, 300, 2 left over. It's a tie. 302 votes apiece.
Well, we got to find somebody else that hasn't voted yet. Otherwise, we're going to have to call this a no contest. We're going to have an election again next week.
Oh, no, not that.
I wouldn't like that.
Hey, Paul ain't voted yet, has he?
By Jiminy Hush, you're right.
Nope. I did not forget to vote. For the first time in my life, I deliberately decided not to vote.
What do you mean you decided not to vote?
First of all, with you two on the opposite sides of the political fence, I didn't want to be in the position of having to take sides. And second of all, Burke and Simpson are good friends of mine. Both are equally capable. And if you two hadn't interfered, the town would have been perfectly content to have either one as mayor.
But, Paul, it's your vote that's going to make the decision. You got to vote.
That's right, otherwise there'll be a runoff election next week.
The American way to do it.
Yeah, but, Paul, if there's another election, then there's got to be another campaign.
Yeah, and we're the campaign managers.
I'll get my horse.
I'll saddle him for you, Pa. And don't forget, Titus Simpson make a wonderful mayor.
I'll get you a hat, Paul, in the name of Phineas Burke. Paul, you mind telling me and Joe how you going to vote?
That seems to me the way a man votes is his private business.
Yeah, but in this case, it isn't going to make much difference. I mean, everybody's going to know how you vote.
Me and Joe want to know who won the bet.
Bet. Oh, is that why you two boys have been putting on this great, big display of civic zeal? Bet, huh? All right, what was the bet?
Well, see, the loser's got to pay the other one's way to San Francisco, a little vacation at the end of the summer.
It's a good bet. It's a very good bet. But you boys made one slight miscalculation. I'm the one who's going to San Francisco, and you're the ones who are going to stay home this summer and work. Is that clear? And while I'm in there voting, I think you boys might just walk around town and try to patch up some of the damage you've caused. Is that clear?
Looks like we both lose, no matter how you vote, don't it?
Yeah.
Hey, you just made it, Ben. Polls close in a few minutes.
I'm glad I'm in time.
The booth's over there. Don't feel you have to hurry.
There's no fool like an old fool.
What?
If I had a dunce cap, I'd wear it.
I don't need a dunce cab. I ought to get kicked by a mule.
Ruined. Friendship of 20 years ruined. And it's all my fault.
Well, that ain't so, Titus. It was me that ruined our friendship. I got delusions of grandeur.
The truth of the matter is, we both got suckered in by them smooth-talking Cartwright brothers. Something I want you to know, Phineas. I voted for you.
And I voted for you.
Hey, we still don't know which one of us is gonna be mayor.
Well, I hope it's you.
I hope it's you. You're the better man.
Oh, thanks. Well, either way, let's make sure nobody ever breaks up our friendship again. Let's make very sure.
Titus Horse and I wanted to...
You friendship wreckers, you.
Troublemakers.
Friendship wreckers, you.